So welcome back. This tutorial is for completing the program for grade 4 unit 3 that we were doing in the first term. We made the program till here where we stored a number in the variable. The sprite asked a question, and now we need to make the sprite make a decision if the answer that the user types is correct or not. So whenever you use the ask block, the sprite will give you a space to write over here the answer. It will ask you to write the answer over here. So let me click on the sprite to start the program. What is 100 plus 200? And we have some text box or something to write over here. So I can write 250. Nothing will happen, but this is where you write the answer. That's it. That's how the ask block works. It enables the sprite to ask a question, and you can then type in the answer over here. That answer is stored in a variable that is already present in Scratch over here in the sensing category. If you click on the sensing category, you can view the answer variable. Whatever you type in that bar that was on the stage is stored in the answer variable. So, and to test a condition and take the appropriate action, we need the if block, the if else block. So that you can find over here in the control category. The if else block, just drag it and attach it to the set block, bottom of the set block. And now we need a decision. This hexagon or this diamond shaped thing, this space, this is where you put your condition. If the condition is true, then whatever you type under the if, those actions will take place. And else means if the condition is not true, then these actions should take place. So whatever you type under, whatever blocks you attach under else, will they will run if the condition is not true. Our condition should be, is the answer equal to the solution? Because remember, the solution has the correct number. What is 100 plus 200? It's 300. We stored the number 300 in solution. And we want to check if the user, the person who is using the program, has typed the correct answer or not. So for that, we need to go to the green operators category, get this block, this equal to block, put it on one side, go to the sensing category, drag and drop the answer variable on one side, it doesn't matter which side because it's the equal to sign, and go to the variables category and drag and drop the solution variable. So this will check if the answer that the person or the user typed is equal to the number, if the number in the answer is equal to the number in the variable solution. So let's put this entire condition inside this diamond and release the mouse button. And now we have a condition. Now what to do if the answer is correct? If the answer is correct, the sprite should say your answer is correct. If the answer is wrong, the sprite should say your answer is wrong. So let's go to the looks category where we have the say block, the say hello for 2 seconds block. Just drag it once under if and drag it another time under else. In the first one, the one under if, we're going to write your answer is correct. And in the second one, we can type your answer is wrong. And now to test the program, just click on the sprite because the program starts with the event that is known as when this sprite clicked. So click on the sprite. What is 100 plus 200? I'm going to type the wrong answer on purpose. So let's see, 150. and press enter, your answer is wrong. So it's working as intended. Click on the sprite again. What is 100 plus 200? I'm going to write in the right answer, 300, and press enter. Your answer is correct. So the program is working. We can use the if-else block to test a condition, and we can use variables to store our answers. And you've also learned how the ask block works, and where the number that you type in the bar under whenever the sprite asks a question, where is that number is stored, in which variable is stored, in the answer variable in the sensing category. So that is it for this tutorial.